Greetings, football lovers. Welcome to another episode of Ball Chat Live. Football lovers, I'm your host, Benton, along with the family. Biggs, how you doing, boss?
Well, I'm here. I'm very nervous, but I'm here.
And very nervous as Biggs get ready. Junior get ready for the Brazil-Peru matchup, which we're going to be previewing in a few minutes. But come on, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm ready. I'm ready for the Peru win.
They're ready for a Peru win. But football lovers, this week we're going to discuss the week's happening and the big news in football as usual in Ball Chat Live. You can log on to our YouTube channel, text or message in your questions or your comments. Right, Biggs is sending that all out right now. But before we even get to the Peru-Brazil matchup, Team USA, the 13-love side, have secured another World Cup championship. 4 titles in a row. Come on, your thoughts on it?
As I said, Team USA continues to grind out wins. They're like a work women horses. They put in work women like performances. Yeah. Again, I love Crystal Dunn. To me, she's a versatile player. This is not her natural position. She's a striker for her club. But to see that she can be put anywhere on the pitch and still put in a good performance, makes Crystal my player of the entire tournament. And I'm not going to leave out Rose, because Rose Lavelle, she's an awesome young player. And, big ups to Coach Jill for putting in Rose, for having confidence. And again, big up to Team USA.
Yeah, and I am on record for not wanting USA to win the World Cup coming in. But I don't want to make it political, but I have to. Because of the politics behind it, I am extremely happy that Team USA won. So now we're going to see what are the ramifications with the political hemisphere.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to that for the next couple of weeks.
In the next couple of weeks. But before we even celebrate the US women's national team success, let's give a round of applause to the Dutch ladies, the Netherlands team. This is their second World Cup. Correct me if I'm wrong, come on. They're European champions. They're a pretty young squad, and they've made it into the World Cup final. Does this World Cup show a closing of the gap between US and the rest of the pack? Is the pack closing it, getting back to the Team USA? Come on.
You know what? That's kind of difficult to say. Team USA, they're infusing youth with veterans. We saw that too in England squad. We saw that in Germany squad. But we didn't see it in Brazil squad. So it's kind of difficult to say that the gap is being closed. But I should say that this World Cup had exciting matchups, exciting games. USA is still number one, but I don't think the gap is really closing on them.
I agree. I don't think every World Cup that's the question that has been asked. No, it is the most competitive World Cup that I've seen in the women's game, and I can remember from '99 come all the way up. The most competitive World Cup, but every World Cup that question has always been asked. First it was Brazil with Katia and Pritinia and Cici. Then it became Norway. You had China. You had Germany. You have Canada. Now the question is after Netherlands. I heard the commentator say it, and I don't like the commentary, the US commentary, but I have to tend to agree with Rob Stone. It's a dynasty.
It's an impressive showing, and come on, big up her players for this USA team. She really highlighted Crystal Dunn, who's been consistently good throughout this tournament. A player who was an attacking and a midfield player, but converted to a left back and was outstanding. Who was your standout player on this USA team?
Come on, is going to kill me for saying this, but Rapinoe is the heart and soul of that team. She might not be the best playing player, and she scored the goals and she get the accolades, but for the 5 minutes of the goals which she scored, the next 85 minutes, sometimes she don't look all that impressive, but she is the heart and soul of that team. She drove that team forward, in my opinion. And to me, the whole brashness of the United States team is directly pointed from Rapinoe. And I have to give her credit for that.
Yeah. And the average age of this USA team is 28 years old. So, I mean, most of some of these players will, this is their last World Cup.
Yeah.
Maybe Rapinoe, maybe Carly Lloyd, definitely. Alex Morgan, maybe. I guess, come on, Rose Lavelle and others is probably the heir apparent to take the lead in the next World Cup.
Yeah, I think so. If she continues on this form, I think she will actually be the face. I don't see any other young player that is really rivaling Rose right now. So I think she will be, one of the faces of the new USA going forward.
Yeah, but the reality is all good things must come to an end. The reality is that empire will not last forever. Their time is coming. I'm not sure if it's now because again the World Cup has become more competitive. Before USA look head and shoulders above the competition. Now the games are a lot more competitive. So there will be a time when the players who are going to come in feeling entitled. Will this be the time? I don't know. But hats off to them right now, and we'll see.
And Omar, big up to Omar Bailey on Twitter. He had a question earlier, and this is a question that a lot of people are pondering. We have this moment of the Women's World Cup, exceptional showing for the most part, TV viewership up, attendance also up. What does this mean for the women's game go forward? Where do fans go to now that the World Cup is over to actually continue to support the women's game? Come on.
Unfortunately, we get caught up in this win, and next 2 months or whatever, we're going to forget. Because remember, they are retaining the championship, they're retaining the title. So they were World Cup winners last World Cup, and you didn't see it translate into their club games, the attendances. So, I mean, do we expect any different? I don't think so. They won the last time. Did people start attending the games? No, they did not. I attend my game. I go to actually watch Washington Spirit because we have our Jamaican striker there as well. So I do go to the games when I can. Attendance is poor across the board. Even when we had Martha playing good football then, we still didn't see it. So unfortunately for me, I don't see where there's going to be a change.
Okay.
For me, the issue with the women's game is they are behind when it comes down to mass communications in the world. Right now with mass communications, out of sight, out of mind. You need to put them more in the public's eye if you need to get more support. You can't just come on and say pretty much every 4 years. It's like this machine gets ramped up and going to the Women's World Cup, but then as soon as the Women's World Cup is done, they shut down the machine and put the keys up. They need more games, more competitive games. And I'm on record for saying this. The Nations Cup is great for the men's sport. I really believe that the women's teams will benefit more for the Nations Cup than the men's will. They need a women's Nations Cup.
FIFA this week, outlined financial earnings for the recent 2018 year, and FIFA have $2.7 billion sitting in the bank. So ultimately, one would envision some of that $2.7 billion as reserve funds can be used. And Infantino, the president of FIFA, outlined potential plans to invest in the women's game. But do you see this as enough? There's no talk of a Nations League, but do you think this will actually translate into growing the game across the board globally?
Honestly, I don't know what $1 billion can get you globally. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But if invested right, of course.
Yeah.
But it doesn't take whatever is required to be invested to grow the women's game. They should do that because the hunger is there, the desire is there. So, in terms of how much the actual figure is, I'm not sure, but whatever it takes, they need to do it. It is good for both men and women.
Yeah.
Get the women out there.
Get the women's game out there. So, but big up to the women's U.S. women's national team. It's been a wonderful World Cup. Come on, wrap it up. Your last takeaway from it. Your assessment of the Women's World Cup. You follow the Jamaican Reggae Girls made their long-awaited appearance at the Women's World Cup. But your last takeaway on the Women's World Cup. Because after this, we're done.
I actually thought that this was the best World Cup I have watched, I have ever seen. I mean, in my lifetime, this is the best women's football tournament I have watched. I truly enjoyed it. And the commentator said today, that hopefully teams like Jamaica and Chile and Argentina will take this experience back to the FAs, and it will translate into more money, better coverage, just really growing the game. And as a fan of Jamaica's football, I hope the federation really paying attention. Brazil versus Jamaica, they had one of the best viewership in the entire World Cup coverage. They were watched by, I think they said it was 36 million people. So if we can grow the game, if we can be participants in tournaments like these, then I think that we can actually grow the game back home. But for me, I truly enjoyed it, and I really hope it translates into something better in terms of growing, of the game of women's football.
Yeah.
Your final wrapping up on the Women's World Cup was?
Grow the game. We see the potential. Grow it.
Right.
Just grow it.
Right. And big up to Rose Lavelle. I had a footballer as Julie Foudy. Julie Foudy was my player. Big baller, midfielder for the US. But move over Julie Foudy. The player for me now is Rose Lavelle. And I think this is her tournament. She was actually absolutely exceptional. We'll see what happens. But, for fans and football lovers who dismiss a women's game and say that it's not good enough football, you're out of your mind. It's crazy.
Let's give it a chance.
Give it a chance.
What else do you have to lose? Give it a chance.
Salad get bust, pile get dropped. All the things that you see, but without the diving in the men's game.
13 goals scored.
Yes, without the diving. So the pivot away from the Women's World Cup and to diving and potty shop and comedy, football. And it's very good football also, but comedic and just make me weak football. The Copa America. Brazil is getting ready to play Peru in about 15 minutes from now. But before we get to Brazil and Peru, the big matchup, Lionel Messi and Argentina won the third place trophy or the third place medal. And it was a madness. Lionel Messi picked up his second red card in his career.
And his first red card was what? In his debut?
Yes, against Hungary.
So is this his last?
Is this his last
game? Hey.
Come on, you are the referee in this dialogue. Was that a red card?
You know what? Yes, it was a red card. If Messi had stood there and didn't put his hand around what's his name, Medel?
Yeah.
His throat, then I would have said that maybe the ref could have given him a yellow, because you know what? No, I take it back. In the build-up of the whole excitement, Messi pushed him, right? The ball was gone.
Yeah.
So Messi initiated contact first.
Yeah.
So homeboy reacted. So of course, yeah, they both deserved a red card. More so, Messi put his hand around homeboy neck.
Yeah. And I know the Messi fans out there, some of them are an emotional bunch. They call me all sorts of names on social media this weekend because I asked the question, why did he get the red card? Did he not initiate the contact? Did he not push his shoulder in the player and get him that? To the Messi fans, the emotional group, the emotional ones, do you think that was a red card?
You want me talking to them?
Talk to them, please.
Disclaimer, I'm a Cristiano Ronaldo fan, so take that as it may. But in all fairness though, in a weird kind of way, I'm happy that Messi at least showed some emotion. We were in the Argentina show. In a weird kind of way. And again, Messi fans out there, I think you guys should know that Messi, this is 8 years too late. You should have done something like this 8 years ago. Because it's not necessarily a message to Uruguay, it's not a message to the referees. I would more think that's a message to his team. He's frustrated. And his frustration was boiled over into the media, but he is frustrated with his lack of results wearing the international jersey.
Yeah.
This should have been done 10 years ago, Lionel. You would have won a trophy by now.
Really? Really, Messi is facing a 2-year ban. He's facing a 2-year international ban, up to 2 years for his comments. So we're gonna say, Messi, you should have said this a couple years ago.
Come on. Come on. When does the World Cup qualifier start for Argentina?
In March.
This March?
Yeah, I think they started kicked off in March. Yeah.
I promise you he's not missing one World Cup qualification game. I promise you that.
So you're saying that this is a farce?
It's a farce.
But they're not going. Okay.
They're going to they're sending a message to the whole of CONMEBOL by looking at the big fish and say, slap you on the wrist. But there's no way CONMEBOL is going to have a World Cup qualification with their big fish sitting on this. It's not happening.
And as a fan of Messi and give him a lot of credit for his play, he's really provided some wonderful entertainment for us over the years. But we're a fan of football, so no man is above reproach or above criticism. The criticism that Messi leveled against the referees and the officials leading up to the game, he said he pretty much implied that the thank you, Biggs, that the trophy was already locked up for Brazil. The game is fixed, or the games are fixed, and he even said, "What kind of foolishness is that?"
He didn't imply. He said. He didn't imply.
No,
he came right out and he said it.
Yeah, but so that should get you a serious man.
He left nothing. He left nothing to the imagination. That's exactly what he said. And guess what? If the authorities are not going to do anything about it, I guarantee you the referee is going to do something about it. Messi will get some chop up and some kick up, and guess what? Nothing is going to be done. How dare you call me corrupt? I mean, it's like Messi does have him in life for them, and I need to.
Messi is at the tail end of his career, and he's saying what probably a lot of people already feel. I mean, let's not.
But don't say, but don't say, Benton.
Yeah.
You think that he was in his right? Because we are fans of Messi. You think that was leadership action? Benton, do you think he should have said something like this?
Not. Definitely not. No, he needs to get a ban for that. So why did he play the tournament? If you think the tournament's already fixed, if you think the deck is already stacked against the opponents and think that this is in favor of Brazil, don't show up. Stay at your yard, okay? Let those of us who want to see honest football take place. Oh man, this is crybaby foolishness, and this is not the Messi that I remember from the early years of Barcelona. A hard-nosed, hard-working individual who just left it all on the field. No, I'm trying to cry baby.
Well, as the objective voice in this.
No, you're not, because you're Cristiano Ronaldo.
But that's the reason I'll be more objective. You guys, we need to remember the context. He's just coming off an emotional event where he got a red card and he was backed up by the reporters. It's context. Now, I'm sure he got up today and regretted what he said.
No, he hasn't, because he hasn't backed down from any of it.
We don't know yet.
He hasn't backed down from any of it.
I'm just saying, you take him out of a high emotion situation and don't give him enough time to cool down. Anything is, again, this is his raw emotion. Maybe this is how he really feels, but I'm sure if he had cooler heads, he wouldn't convey his message that way. So, Messi, big up yourself. I am on record for saying this. You should have retired prior to the World Cup. Looking at this World Cup roster, this was the World Cup. You should have retired for the team.
Why?
This is worse Argentina team coming in.
Why? Why? So why you don't say the same thing about Dani Alves? So why you say that about Messi?
And
I don't understand you, Junior.
Yeah.
No, but Dani Alves doesn't have the pressure that Messi has. We can't
Messi thrives under pressure. I mean, listen, we keep cussing Messi and whatever. Messi is one man off a team. Messi lit the post, lit the crossbar, the upright, goalie saved it, indeed excellent through ball to Aguero, and all full Otamendi in. So I'm like, yeah, man, understand. We expect great things from Messi, but Messi is just one man.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown. when Barcelona have their super team and running through Manchester United 2 times in the Champions League final, and Messi is the greatest thing since sliced bread. No, Iniesta, Xavi, and all of these players around him are the greatest. Mascherano, that sit behind you in Barcelona is the great thing. So let us not give him all the credit when they win and then try to find an excuse when they
Yeah,
lose.
I think that's a very good point. Very good point. But come on, we don't want to dwell on losers, all right? So let's pivot. Let's pivot away from Messi and Argentina and focus on Peru versus Brazil for the champion of Copa America. Does Peru even have a chance in this game? The ball around, you keep telling me, but come on, in your hearts of heart, do you think Peru have a chance to win this game?
But my saying already, the ball is round. That is my saying. The ball is round and anything is possible. Did we expect Peru to beat Chile?
No.
Okay. So
No.
why we can't expect Brazil to have a bad game and Peru to have an excellent game? I mean, it is possible.
So
Okay. Is it likely? No.
it's
But
not.
it's
It's
possible.
possible, but it's not. Peru won the first match. Peru lost the previous matchup between these teams 5-0, right?
Yeah.
And Peru was a bit open. They went toe to toe with Brazil. Do we expect Peru to be this open again today? Should they go a bit more defensive against Brazil?
They have to play their style of football, but I think Peru has they have the greatest thing on their side, which is Brazilian complacency. That is their greatest asset right now. The last time Brazil saw that jersey with the red stripe or whatever stripe going down, them ran them off the field 5-0. There is nobody on that Brazilian team that's going to come out there right now and honestly, in their hearts of hearts, think that they're going to have a much better game than the last game. I am, as a Brazilian fan, I am scared. This is the Maracanã. This is the stadium that Uruguay beat Brazil in 1950, 2-1. After there was missing two World Cups because of World War II. And this was supposed to be the coronation of Brazilian football. And Uruguay bust them shut. I am nervous for Brazil because this Brazilian team is not the greatest ever and they can be very complacent. And Peru is a hard-running, hard-tackling team and they have nothing to lose.
I am not nervous at all for
You're not a
Brazil. Brazil. Come on, who are the big players for you in this game? Who are the deciding factors? Who are the big players that will make a difference for Peru and for Brazil?
For Brazil, I think Dani Alves. I think that man is playing out of his mind.
Yeah.
At 36, is it 36?
Yes.
He's like playing ridiculous football. He's all over the pitch. Like one boy can't tired. And not only that too, he has not lost a step. His control is still on point. His pinpoint crosses is still on point. He's still aggressive. So I think Dani Alves will be the breakout player. For Peru, it's my guy, the number 9. Guerrero that's my guy.
Okay.
So if he can have a great game too, then that's it for us. And when I say us, I mean Peru.
Who are the big players for you?
Yeah, nobody on Peru. It's all about Brazil. It's all about, no, for real, it's all about Brazil. I mean, for me, it's Everton. This is Everton. This is your chance to put your name high up in Brazilian rafters by delivering a trophy to your home country in the Maracanã. This is your chance, Everton, to take over the left wing from some guy with named Neymar. This is your chance. Take it.
Both teams are going with a 4-2-3-1 formation. The big players for me for Peru to even have a chance is not just a player, it's a coach. It's how Carissa set up his team and how he goes about it. He has to park a bus and play counter-attacking football. Guerrero is also going to be huge for them. I mean, can Paulo Guerrero get a chance to actually score, and will he actually convert it? For Brazil is just Brazil. I mean, Felipe Coutinho was outstanding in the last game against Argentina, and I expect Felipe Coutinho to actually have another outstanding ball game today. I mean, official prediction, 4 minutes away from the kickoff. Biggs, you're nervous, you bite up your fingernail.
Man.
I mean, you play like a potty shop team, are you worried? You're playing a potty shop. This is where Brazil are falling. You're playing a potty shop Peru team.
It's a ghost of the Maracanã, I'm afraid. They should have brought it to Rio. Anyway, Brazil.
And Damon online says, wow, some guy named Neymar, those are some serious words. Neymar will only benefit from this.
Well, I hope you're listening, Neymar. Stop partying and go run, man.
And Brazil will win 3-1 according to Damon. Brazil will win 3-1. And by the way, big up to Damon. Argentina is back home and Messi.
Brazil,
Bigs.
1-0, Brazil.
Brazil 1-0. This Brazilian team only have one goal in them.
Yes, sir.
And Game of One said, what? 3-2 Brazil? That close? Wow. Come on, your pick on this matchup.
5-1 Brazil.
Oh my
Jesus.
Say no, people more nervous.
So your Guerrero cannot. I don't see how Peru competes in this game, and I'll be very much wrong. If Peru wins this game, I will be coming here and just say, yo, Peru is the side. Because this is just, it would be a shock.
If Peru win this game, I'm going to need somebody to substitute for me in ball chat for about 2 weeks.
On 2 weeks?
I wouldn't be able to live this long.
Thiago Silva, I mean, also Galisi is the Peruvian goalkeeper, was exceptional in the last matchup, and he's going to have another monumental goalkeeper because he will be tested heavily.
You know, William is out with the injury, so we have no number 10.
And William is out with an injury.
So we have no number 10 coming off the bench from Brazil.
It's about time. That's a waste of number 10. Waste of number 10. 3 minutes away from kickoff, before we even get to the Copa America final. Pivot away from Copa America to the Gold Cup for a little bit, and we'll continue to just discuss a few topics. Jamaica is officially out of the Gold Cup, didn't make it to the final. The Reggae Boys back home. Your thoughts on their display against USA? I picked them to win, and they're out.
First of all, can we stop calling them the Reggae Boys?
All right, my apologies. Jamaican football.
The Reggae Boys is 1998. That's the first of all. Second of all, why 4-3-3? Topper, why 4-3-3 with such a slow midfield? Why? If you guys lucky. When the lightning storm came, it was the greatest thing for Jamaica. Without that lightning storm, Jamaica get about 8. Because there's no reason why you play 4-3-3 with Akka in the middle like that. It's just madness. Bradley looked like a general. And the next to you, I can't remember his name right now. The little short black you.
McKinney. Yeah.
Looked like a general against Jamaica. You're supposed to be faster and fitter than this team. Stop the midfield and run them off the field. Jamaica could have easily beaten that team. After the lightning delay, they came out with a different energy, different focus,
different formation also.
And different come on,
take it away, please. Take it away.
Oh, me? No, sir. I have nothing to say. But 4-3-3. Juna, you saw 4-3-3?
I saw 4-3-3.
Who used the 4-3? When you said 4-3-3, we never keep our shape. We never keep our shape yet. It's like when you're up on the pitch, it's like bongo football. 3 men run towards one ball. I remember my problem is this. I'm gonna dribble to a man just to pass the ball to him.
Judas,
I don't understand. It's crazy. It's craziness. So until Topper start to pick the right players and play the players in the right position and figure out how we're going to lock down the midfield, we're going to have the same problem. We don't have a bridge between defense and the strikers. As much as we cost Darren Mattox, most of Mattox goal them come from Darren making the goal them himself, taking them from runner back, run down the wing and score. We don't have that midfield person. And Topper needs to do. They need to score better. They need to do better. We have players out there who can master the midfield. And Juna always said we need practice games so we can be better. We can't just pick a group of players and just throw them in our tournaments and hope that something stick. You realize the World Cup, all the Topper game them have a different lineup. How must we be consistent? Oh, we must be consistent in every game. You change the lineup. It's foolishness. I know when I understand with people, they are okay with winning ugly. Ugly wins themselves better than pretty losses. But guess what? When it's time for World Cup qualification, will that translate into winning? We're not gonna win. home and away games if we play like this.
Well, you just throw a big stone in a pen and you hit this big pig right here, so this pig squealing out. I am one of those people that like an ugly victory. I am one of those people that also knows that ugly victories translate to the work of qualifications. The real reggae boys had a bag of ugly victories leading up to qualifications in '98. The difference though is that reggae boys had an identity. They know we're not going to bounce the ball and run round you. We are going to be hard nosed, physical, defend our office, and get this one goal from Burton and Paul Hall and lock shot. This Jamaica team seemed to feel like they are Liverpool, playing 4-3-3. Junior Flemings and Bailey and Bleacher are this front three.
Darren Mattox.
Darren Mattox. Big. But big and serious. Mattox is a winger to me. Bailey is a winger. See, Damon asking about Shamar Nicholson. Play him as a striker. If you're going to play 4-3-3, put Mattox on the wing and let him run at defenders.
Yeah, so I mean, and Gamer Boy brought up a very good point. Even though Shamar Nicholson missed some easy chances in the match, he was probably head and shoulders the best striker, the guy who seems to be the ability to score or convert chances in this entire tournament for Jamaica. So, the question I have is, going into this matchup against USA, Orgill and Nicholson were the leading goal scorers for Jamaica in this tournament. Orgill, I think, scored 2 or 3 goals, and Shamar Nicholson also scored 2 or 3 goals. Both players were on the bench. So you're going into a game with your best attacking option sitting on the bench. What was the objective of that? I didn't understand.
I understand why Orgill didn't start.
Yeah.
Looking at how he played against Honduras,
Yeah.
going up against America will be an easy mark. Nicholson is the part that I don't understand. But Orgill is an easy mark because he plays with his back to goal.
Yeah.
And he tries to out-muscle defenders. These American defenders are true Statue of Liberties.
Yeah.
That is where Mattox would benefit because he should be able to run at them. But you are not going to be able to run at a bunch of defenders if you don't have a midfielder that can give you the ball in space. So you are like, come on, so you have to go back, get the ball, and then run at the defenders that are no longer flat-footed. You need to run into space against a set of defenders that are flat-footed, which America is a flat-footed defensive team. But nobody can pass the ball from. I mean, hey, come on, beat them.
Come on, your thoughts on that? I mean, the benching of Nicholson and Orgill.
It's a rotation.
Rotation. Well,
yeah, I might agree with the rotation because what was the there's no rationale, and then that's you think about it. You're looking at our Papa is the coach, and we are armchair coaches, right? We are on the sideline and we are telling him what we are seeing in players. Maybe him say something in a practice where we not see. Because my thing is this, if he's talking about resting players, then Fleming shouldn't start the last game because then he should rest Flemings. But if you have Shamar Nicholson, who is this big attacking player, and you realize that USA defense wasn't all that good, why you wait till the 60-something minute, almost 70 minutes to put in this man, where you know say in the 45th minute, he should have been the first player subbed when the referee blow the whistle, halftime. So I just don't understand Tapa tactics. To me, Brian Brown just get a transfer and them say because of his stellar Gold Cup performance. Because I'm like, Brian Brown. It's like we not see something with them people say. But Papa is the one who go out there and scout them. He had 40 players who he could have picked from, and he chose this 23. Whatever outcome we got, Papa is the person that we should put the blame at his feet. He chose these players. He put them out there. So he needs to figure out a formation. He needs to figure out something really quick and stick to it. You can't experiment in a tournament that you want to win. You experiment in friendlies, and then you go into the tournament and you win these tournaments with your best 11. You're not putting best 11 out there at no time. Diva Orgill is a very good player, he's strong, whatever, but sometimes mentally You wonder what is he thinking. Him run with him head down. Me never know. Me never know about them. But Tapa needs to get himself together because World Cup qualification is coming up,
So real
and
quick.
we're in the B section of Nations League. So
Nations
you
League,
know
yeah.
we have games.
So real quick, just a real quick, because we'll move go to the finals and then we'll wrap up. But how are you guys feeling about Jamaica's production, not production on the field, but where they ended up in the World Cup? Because for me personally, I think it's a good result that they ended in at least in the top four. It was ugly on the field, but at least I know right now Jamaica is in the top four in the region, which sees us in the World Cup. Well, how you guys feel about that?
I don't think we're in. I don't think we're in the top four in this region. I think a knockout tournament. Form fortunate. World Cup qualifiers are more a war of attrition,
Right.
and I don't see this Jamaica team. I think the Nations League is more where they're in Group League B is a more reflection of this Jamaican team. Tapa is definitely a knockout tournament sort of coach, but the war of attrition, which is World Cup qualifier, I don't see this team as a top six team in CONCACAF. And
But
I am concerned. Come on, your thoughts.
Juna, who are the three teams in front of him?
The three teams in front of us right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mexico, America, of course. Now Haiti finished in the top four right now. I'm not going to put Haiti up there, but
Mm.
who else would you see right now? We beat Honduras. They can't call Honduras name. So Costa Rica maybe just off name value.
Mm.
But
So
apart
so
from
so
Mexico and
Me- so
America,
so, so USA, Mexico, and who? Costa Rica or Panama? Because they are number five because we are not
I
better
can't
than
put
Costa
Panama there
Rica.
because Jamaica beat them.
No, but we're not better than Costa Rica.
I know
We're
that's what
not
I'm
better.
saying.
We're not.
That's why I said Costa Rica is there just because of name value. But going into
But
the
they play,
tournament,
but they play better football, Junior.
it doesn't matter. We
Consistently.
beat them.
Oh, okay. So he's a winning man, no matter how we
But
win. Okay.
I told you that. I said I'm the big pig that's queen. I am happy with beating Panama.
But I guess I guess I'm spoiled. I guess I love to watch football. To watch Jamaica, it's painful. They make it so hard. They make football is look so hard to play with. You're like, what is this? So to me, Haiti is if Haiti gets better in front of goal, then better than us. You know why? Because they match up with us physically, speed, technical players. You have the number nine, remember him, Nazan or
Yes,
whatever his
yeah,
name.
yeah.
Him better than our striker them.
Yeah.
He's better than the strikers that we have. But any all you think Haiti as an entire complete team gets better in terms of their production, they're gonna head away and Junior. Let us not forget Curacao. Let us not forget Curacao. I will put Curacao ahead of us. Let us not put Curacao. Curacao beat we already,
Yes.
right? And we were lucky to come with a 1-1 tie. But I think Curacao better. And Benton, you're right. We're probably not even a top six team when you count all of the DBDB team there.
I hope I am wrong. I hope I am wrong, and I'm willing to admit it here once I come on. Um, I hope I am wrong. But World Cup quality, Damon says Haiti and Curacao are rising in quality very quickly.
Thank you, Gamer Boy.
And so, Gamer Boy, so why can't we them on? And unfortunately, I think Gamer Boy, we're regressing. We're not rising, we're regressing.
Oh
The
boy.
teams are only better than Jamaica because of the choice of the players chosen, not because of the quality players Jamaica have. Good point, Damon. I mean, I don't see this Jamaican team in the top six currently, but I hope I am wrong. And I hope to be on ball chat over the next couple of years, because we'll be here to see it. World Cup qualifier is a war of attrition. It's not a knockout tournament. You're going to have to go into the belly of the beast and win games. And I don't see this Jamaican team going into the belly of the beast of Central America and win games or getting points.
So hold on there. So
Yes.
we are going to blame Tapa and his scouting department based on what Damon just said. So
Yeah.
because you get 40 name, 40 people. So you're going to tell me that out of the 40, this is the best 20. We are carry Maggie go. You don't play Maggie, Where you carry Maggie go? Maggie needs some porridge. You blow up on Maggie, Maggie tip over. So I don't understand Tapper's choices. So now we are blaming him because I him pick the pair of them.
Yes, it stops with him. I mean, ultimately the results stops with him. I mean, his side, his formation, his players, and if the results is not meeting out what we expect, is it stops with him. But there's a systematic issue also with the JFF, and that's a whole nother party shop conversation. Biggs, you were saying?
Just like how you guys are expecting Haiti and Curacao to improve,
Yes.
give Jamaica that same opportunity.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay, and we weren't expecting them to improve in the Nations League and end up in League B.
Exactly. And if we
When
can
Barbados, cricket
win
side
that,
Barbados. Cricket side Barbados held us on the cricket pitch down there in Bridgetown. So. Gamer Boy says, Damon says, I'm still from the 40, more still missing, not good scouting system in place. Sean White says about 70-30% blame to go to the topper.
And big up Rebecca. Rebecca saying that she agrees Haiti is definitely right.
It is rising. I hope, ball chat followers and football lovers, I hope I am wrong. I hope I am wrong. And we'll be able to see, because World Cup qualifier is a war of attrition. The local Indian side could even go down to El Salvador and get a point in the Nations League.
you understand me? If we can go down there and get a point, well, fine. But look at the last time we barely beat Nicaragua. If I never feel what guy named Sean Dawes or whatever his name, if I never see him in the last minute or whatever the last kick of the game, who would even reach out of the group stage? So it's like, I just don't understand where we keep saying that Jamaica is progressing, but we don't see it. The scouting system is non-existent. You know, you have players right out there. You have the leading goal scorers. All right, then say we don't have a luxury of players playing in the Premier League or the big leagues, them in Germany or whatever, right? The leading goal scorer in the league where most of the players come from. You don't pick him. You don't pick him. Don't tell me, say, we and Turtle Dove Gordon, who are assist and a score like crazy, a fiend club, could not be picked over, could not be picked over Aka. In work rate better, in technical ability better, in touch better, and you don't pick him?
Well,
why?
Well, let me just put a bow on this and say this is not a problem only Jamaica has. No, there was a baller that played in France.
That one said, preach it, come on, I agree.
But there's a baller that came from France that played during the 96 to about 2004, 2005. I might have my dates wrong.
Yeah.
He went by the name of David Trezeguet.
Yeah.
Never played the Serie A on me. You know why?
Okay.
Because they said that both of them play too similar.
Okay.
This is big bad France. World Cup winning France.
Okay.
Trezeguet. So it is not a problem only Jamaica has. And I agree with everybody. And I think probably next week we'll do another show and just start about fix JFF. I don't know.
That's a whole nut. But ultimately at some point, and this is discussions that we've had behind the scene, as football fans and fans of Jamaican football, we have to figure out a way to move this thing better, because we're the ones who buy the jersey. We're the ones that JFF come to when our monies are required. Every time the man them run out, yo, foreign, send money come. We have to be able to move this thing better and hold this organization accountable.
I'd say Sean saying that truth be told, Tupper cannot take Jamaica to the next level.
Truth be told.
And Rebecca is saying she don't feel like we have a game plan. Poor coaching.
We will see. But World Cup. So to Jamaican discussion incites a lot of emotion. So we could stay here and talk all day, but we want to talk about champions, teams that's going to win trophy. Mexico versus Team USA in the Gold Cup final. Peru and Brazil are currently ongoing. Is what, still 0-0? I think it's the last time I checked. It's Mexico's title to win in this CONCACAF Gold Cup, right? I mean, this American team is nothing.
Coming in, that was the case, but I think they're sputtering to the finish.
Sputtering to the finish.
So, I don't know. And they're playing, America is playing at home.
Okay.
And don't say zero, don't say uno, or whatever they want chat. Hey, Mexico might get a fat too love to them.
Oh, come on. First you worried about Peru beating Brazil. Then you come talk about Mexico might lose to some party shop American
what
side.
If Mexico lose to this party shop? What are you guys going to tell me next week?
You know what?
Junior team score.
See, Brazil is already leading 1-0. Your thoughts on this Mexico versus USA game? Come on, and then the Gold Cup final.
You know what? Both teams have been poor the entire tournament. I don't. They've been poor, and I'm not sure if Mexico can really pull it out. They might just be lucky. USA, the same thing. To me, it's a 50-50. No team is better than the other. So I am going to give it to Mexico only because they're a little bit more physical than the USA. USA is slow, especially in the midfield, and Mexico have really fast players who can really push the envelope. They're not USA not physical. We saw Haiti use their physicality to bully Mexico. So USA not physical unless they put in Zardes on a back. But other than that, I see Mexico winning maybe 2-1.
Who are the big players for both these teams? Who are the more valuable players to make the difference in this tournament, in this final?
The Mexico goalie, Ochoa, and
Okay.
I see Pulisic raising his game today and having a good game. I see him scoring 2 goals tonight.
The Chelsea fan is hoping that Pulisic has a great
Hello, sir. Don't say it again.
game. Biggs, who do you find as the most critical players for both of these teams?
Definitely Bradley for America. He has to control the midfield. And for Mexico is what mentality Tata is going to instill in that team coming over.
And Gamer Boy says USA is overrated. Damon says there are two bug sides that are both inconsistent at this stage. The question is who will be consistent. Rebecca says I feel USA is overrated also. And yes, it's two bug sides, but you know the bug side that stand on top of the hill. Official prediction for you, Biggs.
America 2-1.
So Greg Berhalter will be safe. Now, if America does go on to win this tournament, what does it say about Tapa? Big coach, Tata Martino. Mexican fans did not hire Tata Martino to lose to a potty shop side. Your thoughts, come on.
If they didn't hire Tata, but they don't have no control over that. Tata needs to control his emotions on the sidelines, or he'll be sent to the stands again. You know, his team is not playing well, but they're in the finals, and Junior will appreciate this. You know, an ugly win is better than a pretty loss. So I think the Mexicans and Tata will be okay with being in the final. They don't care when they get there, but they need a cup. Any old Tata and his team loses tonight, Tata going to need security.
Nah.
Yeah.
All Tata just point to the missing sheep. There's no Layun, there's no Salcido, there's no Javier Hernandez, there's no my boy that will play for what? Is Watford? The big striker.
But fans don't.
Yeah. No, but he's
fans
there.
don't care.
No,
Fans
man,
don't care about that. Just like with Jamaica. Jamaicans never care, so we never have a Daniel Johnson or we never have a Ravel Morris. So nobody never
No,
cares.
Tata not get that pass.
We want results.
Come on, we're not comparing those guys to Salcido.
Tata does not get a pass. He's a highly regarded, high money, big money coach. You better win this matchup tonight. The CM bug USA side that Curacao ball off the field in the second half. Come on, man. Come on, take care of the dog. Ball shot followers. It's time to go watch some football game.
Oh, but before we do that, let them know, anybody out there that if you're a fan of a club team, well, we're planning in the next couple of weeks leading up to the start of the Premier League, all the league seasons. We want to have a fan from a team come on and represent your team. Be a general manager for your team. You're going to come on the show, we're going to call in, and we're going to give you the full platform, what your team needs. You're going to talk about team needs, who you need to get rid of. So if you're a Man U fan, come talk about Pogba, that's another thing. But come out and show support for your team. I guess we're going to do live from now on.
Yeah, well, we're going to do some live and some recording. But starting next week, we're going to start jump back into the club football and start getting preseason, start lining up. Paul Pogba is already big in the news, whether he's going to be there or not. And he and his agent. So starting next week, hopefully we'll have the first fan. We're looking at some Spurs fans, not many of them out, to come in and talk about their team. But the plan is previewing the football season coming down the pipe. what transfers your team need, how far your team has been active, and essentially what you'd like to see the team do and how they will finish.
And you have to put your name on it. We need predictions, and you have to put your
Your name on it. Ball Shot followers on YouTube, thank you for joining us. Peru, you know, get kick up. Come on, watch some football game. Big up to the U.S. Women's National Team again. Ball Chat followers, link us on social media. Ball Chat 1 on Twitter. Ball Chat podcast on YouTube. Like, share, and what, Biggs?
Subscribe. Please hit the subscribe button. It's right down
there somewhere.
I think it's over here, so I think. But this is a big subscribe button right there. Hit it so you can know what we have. And we need the subscriptions, people, so we can expand our YouTube channel. So big up on us.
Tell a friend, our enemy. Ball Chat is all about football. Football, fan-friendly football discussion.
And if you are a fan and want to take part, if you know any of us personally, hit us up. If you don't know any of us personally, email us at ballchatpodcast@gmail.com. Ballchatpodcast@gmail.com. You get full free. It's simple fun to have fun. So just full free, come talk about who you want back your side, alright?
Ball Chat followers.
Look more.
Come
on later.
Alright, cool breeze.
Talk about Judas and Alva Spower the ball. Foolishness that.